Good morning, good evening, and welcome back to warthunder. In this video, we're going to be driving and reviewing the rank 3 battery rating 5.0 French premium medium tank, the M4A1 FL-10. With that out of the way, let's take the M4A1 FL-10 into battle. So here we are for our first game on the map Advance to the Rhine in the French premium medium tank, the M4A1 FL-10. Now the FL-10 sits at rank 3 in the French ground tech tree. It will be able to effectively grind out the reserve all the way up to rank 4 of the French ground tech tree. It sits at a battery rating of a 5.0, meaning that it doesn't have much of a lineup regarding the rest of the tech tree, so you will often have to up-tier it or just use it by itself. Now the M4A1 FL-10 is a combination of two vehicles. The turret is that of the AMX-13 light tank armed with a 75mm autoloader gun, which reloads every 5 seconds. It fires a solid shot which pens around 180mm of steel point blank. The hull is that of the American medium tank M4A1, so it does offer some decent mobility, but the protection is lacking. So the big upsides of this tank are the firepower. You will be able to go through a lot of armor at this battle rating. You also have a fantastic gun, which means you have high muzzle velocity, you have a great reload thanks to the autoloader, and you just have overall fantastic gun handling. The big downsides are that it is pretty tall for a medium tank. It basically has no armor, so most of the tanks you will face are going to penetrate you. You do also lack in the mobility department. Considering that this is a Sherman, this should have a stabilizer, right? The answer is no. The one thing that is lacks compared to other Shermans is that it does lack a stabilizer, meaning that it often trades firepower for that comfortability of a stabilizer. Now, is this tank even worth purchasing? Well, there are a few things to consider before buying this. First off, do you even want to grind France? I think it's a really fun tech tree actually. The beginning is quite hard, so you may want to skip tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 3 is mostly American tanks, but when you get to rank 4 and 5, things start to become really fun. Now, does this have a lineup you can build around? Well, it has half a lineup. You have a AMX-13 DCA, which is a fantastic anti-air. You also have another Sherman, the SA-50, which is another version of a Sherman, which is pretty good as well. Now that are the only tanks that are situated at BR 5.0. So most often you will see this in a up tier if you want to have a full lineup, or you can run it with those 3 vehicles and maybe bring some planes as well. So that is something you will need to consider before purchasing this thing. Now, I would never recommend you purchase a vehicle when it's full price. There are always a bunch of discounts going around. You may even get one in a loot crate. So if this comes on sale, it's a tank I would definitely recommend buying. It will help you to learn how to play autoloaders. It will help you to learn how to play French tanks with their AP rounds which don't have any HE fillers, so you will need to know where to aim. That is one thing new players may struggle with as well. So, conclusion, if this tank comes on a sale, it's a definite recommendation from me. but do continue watching the video and you may get a better feel of how this tank will perform in battle. Now, looking at the game, we are getting close to it and we've pushed enemies all the way back into their spawn, and the spawn camping is going to commence in a few short seconds. Using a backup spawn in the M4A1 FL-10, once again we're gonna push down one of the main roads, and we're just gonna set up here and kind of wait for the enemies to get out again. We're here and we now see two enemies down the street, one turned off into the ruins to the left, but we're gonna set up for the second one. With these dug down, we're gonna aim ourselves right on the exit of the spawn and take out another Panzer 4H. Having just pushed down this road, we catch a KV-1 just leaving his spawn. So we're gonna take care of him pretty quickly and we're gonna move into the city ruins to find the last enemies. With 14 kills, we take first place in the team, earning a total of 14,000 research points and 152,000 silver lines. For the second game of this video, we're going to be playing the map Second Battle of El Alamein. Now we're gonna take the M4A1 FL-10 into the center of the map to contest capture point Bravo. Unfortunately, we don't manage to catch the first guy, but we do hear enemies coming from that place once again. So we're going to position ourselves to contest both Bravo, which we managed to pick up a kill on. And now we do get confirmation that there are more enemies there, so we're gonna take a position where we can engage them all while still keeping an eye over at Bravo. Now I chose to take Bravo for one reason. Bravo, if you have control over Bravo, you basically have control over Alpha as well. You can move over the sand dunes to fully contest that point, so if you manage to hold those 2 points, you basically win the game. Having flanked around, we get 2 kills pretty quickly and we do manage to take out the enemies that were in that way. Now it's both 2 pretty easy kills since they weren't really looking at us, but it could have been worse if we did not hit the ammunition. So if you do want to be effective in French vehicles and this vehicle as well, you need to learn to aim for gunners, take out breaches, and you have to know where ammunition is. Otherwise you are going to struggle, but that is also something you just learn with experience as well. So if you don't know where to aim, don't feel that you can't be good in this. You will struggle at first, but you will get better and better as you play the game, as you do in anything in life. Now just swing over to Alpha side, and here you can see why having control over Bravo is such an advantage when it comes to controlling and winning this map. You basically have a overview of the entire right side of the map, and you can see basically everything that happens around A. And we do locate the enemy that was part of capturing Alpha. We don't know if there were any more, but we're now going to try to get the range down of this enemy. Now this is a pretty proficient sniper. You have a round that goes around 1000 meters per second, so the velocity of the gun is pretty good, so you will be able to hit targets pretty far away. Now the enemy pulled back and there's no point in us staring at a sand dune, so we're gonna turn around and focus on other things. And on our way we see another American heavy tank, CM6. Now this is not the new version with the 90mm, so it does have a stabilizer, but with 2 quick shots we disable his breach, and his gunner goes next. He's no longer a threat to us, and we're just gonna move up and finish him off. And with the final kill on a German SPA, the game ends. With 9 kills, we take first place, earning a total of 12,700 research points and 94,000 silver lines. If you enjoyed this game, please leave a like and subscribe. As always, stay tuned as there will be more content to come about War Thunder in the near future. Until next time, take care.